Deuce. Go.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley.
Deuce.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our
Am I
west, you
receiving?
get a
I'm
look
receiving.
inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle
That was a
Seahawks.
terrible. Not the 31. Oh, that's a terrible kick. I don't know. No. Yes.
Rolls the lone man in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, that's what I said.
5 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted
Come
out
on,
of Stanford,
let's get something
and
here.
plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great.
Oh my gosh, can't drop that.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gold
Come
Breeze,
on.
Florida, where he's from, right on the
Good
water
touchdown
near
on the
Pensacola,
stride.
and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good.
Streak. Okay.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I'm not doing that.
And the
Oh,
offense
good play,
looking
good
to
play.
pick up the first down after
Lock
the
it.
2nd down incompletion.
Going to
Here we
lock
go
it,
now,
I
an
know
extra
it.
defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson.
How do you
Hang on
not?
to it through the contact.
I don't want to put
Incomplete.
it.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a
I'll
pass
go
he's
for
got to
it,
have and a
'cause
pass he should have caught.
And it appears they'll
too
go
long of
for
a
it here
field
on
goal.
4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad
That's kind of
Jones.
funny.
And a big
'Cause
turnover
I didn't want
there
to
as his
punt
guys will get the
because they
football
could
back.
return it,
They
but I
told
kind of
us
wanted them,
repeatedly earlier in the week in our
if I
meetings, we
didn't
need
make
some
it,
plays from
not
our
to have
defense here
the
on
ball
early
go
early.
back there.
They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long
So-
pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Able to get it across the 20-yard
Can't get
line.
anything.
To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Come on.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills?
Unless
And it
I'm
does it in
left
so
that
many
side.
different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to
Boom.
and through a hole before it can close
Down.
down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of
Need
yardage.
some cover too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll power his way up near the 25. So they get half of what they
3 and
needed.
6.
It'll be
Come on,
3rd and
stop
6
him.
upcoming. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's
Why did I just die? I didn't do that.
at the 25-yard line.
This is replay. Like, what was this? Like, I could have, like, ran that back, but I kind of just dove. And I couldn't get back up either. That's weird.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL. And it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Come on, let's do this.
The 20 at the 19.
Nice game.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Probably
And now
it's deep
inside
to
the
ball
red zone,
win.
the offense will operate. Rolls the lone man in the backfield.
Okay.
On
Pick up a
second down,
first.
here's Wilson.
Oh!
It's caught right at the 10-yard line.
Right in front of him, that's
At
it.
the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball.
Give it
But
a
when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise.
Come on, Jimmy.
You don't have the same
You got
catch
this.
radius with the bigger targets.
Now it's Wilson. That's caught in the front.
Touchdown! Let's go.
He is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
Went
And
through
this will
the
be a touchback.
field goal
First
post.
chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line.
They're running. I'm going on the inside. Knew it. Knew it. Get off that. Let's go.
He'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That would have been
on
a
the pickup there.
really
It'll be
big
second and 8.
game.
Second down, 8.
Oh, crap.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And this is going to be caught.
Oh,
They
come
say
on.
it's incomplete.
Oh,
His
thank
tight end
goodness.
Jordan Cameron, the intended target.
I didn't
And
see
it's third
his
down.
feet. I was just looking at the player. 3rd and 8. Come on. Let's go stop.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Finding time. He's going to look deep now. And got his man.
Come
Complete.
on.
A big
Cover.
play there for the Dolphins. 32 yards. So for that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes
Oh,
he just takes off
let's
the
go.
guns, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second and 10. Tannehill once more. They set up the screen to
Got
Ajayi.
him.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the
Yeah, we
guys
need
on
some
the
man in
defensive side of
here.
the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Because zone could end up bad if it was like a short pass.
Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to him, smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the
Let's do
Dolphins
this.
in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Down.
Go down. Tannehill sack.
Let's go.
In there to drop him with his first sack of
Out of field goal
2016.
range.
Third and
That
long,
was a huge
defense with
sack.
No fear, they brought the pressure.
No fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback.
That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner
Ooh.
for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ah,
Tackle made by
not
Esau
bad game.
Caduce. And after the play on the ground, that brings up
Jimmy
second
Graham,
down here.
I'm gonna have
The
him
emergence
go.
of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan. Chalk one up
Right,
in the
right.
scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt.
Oh,
Most in the
can't
NFL.
drop
Of course, he
that.
had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it.
I'm gonna have.
Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's
Come
a
on.
tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close,
The screen's need to block more.
on offense right now, but they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
I don't know if they're gonna run it right now. Yep,
No
they
run
are.
now out of the gun. Nowhere
Yeah,
to go that time.
3rd down.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the
Oh my
45-yard
God.
line.
Need to
And
look
this is
for
one of
the
those
play.
plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
And no room to
Get it,
maneuver
too.
there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. That changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a man coverage.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
Yes!
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tied in the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being
Go
hurried. He
around
got
that, go
rid of
around
it
that, go
before
around that.
taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And
Yes.
incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating 1st half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys.
They don't
Those
kill
scout
it,
troops,
though.
they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Well, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go for a
So
long pass
Seattle
right
now
now.
ready to
I don't
march
wanna
out of
run
the
it out of
field.
the end zone.
And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Come on,
Shake
they
things up a
dropped
little bit and try and get this
me.
offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't
Let's
worked
get
out
1st
well,
down left side.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh my God.
Intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And
I
he'll
lobbed
bring
it,
back to
it
the
bulleted
9-yard
it.
line. And he may want to track down that
So
football
bad.
because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask your equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense,
Oh,
that's
that's
part of your
really
job.
helpful.
Finding ways
Now it's
to
a
take the
couple
ball away
yards.
from the other team.
He was a
You had to run
second-round
it right
pick.
now.
Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him, and frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player. They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
Oh, he got
And they
injured.
didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy,
He's
got the best
probably
players they
gonna
could
win.
at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
So third
Most
and goal.
likely.
The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
They'll try to run with a J.
Touchdown.
And he is in. Touchdown,
That's not
Miami.
good.
Jay Ajayi taking it
Wait a
in.
minute.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Good.
So we're
We
right
did
back where we started,
after
all
half.
even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Not be
And
stupid
following
and
the
throw another
interception, we'll see
interception.
what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing errors and maximizing opportunities. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Those guys out of the
I
backfield,
just
they got to be
send
good
them
at edge with
all,
their feet.
dude.
He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As that kid goes about
Oh my gosh.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a
I did
timeout
not
here
think he's gonna
by the
catch that.
offense. It's
Oh
just
my
their
goodness.
first, so they'll-
I have to see replay. That was amazing. I accidentally lobbed it and he's just like, oh! Look at that. Okay. No more excitement.
2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now, we're playing and we're
Throwing
gonna...
now, Wilson on first down.
Come on.
The collision there
You need to
jarred
stop
the ball
dropping it.
loose and brings up second down. Second and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there,
Stop
but it falls
dropping it.
incomplete.
And when all else fails
So,
as a defender,
they
when you're
just
not there
don't
in the
catch
coverage,
it.
your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So bad.
After watching him drop that
Can't
slant, I can hear my
catch.
old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So bad.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and
It's
it'll
not
be
even
spotted
that
inside
bad of
the
a punt,
30-yard
too.
line. Out comes the
That's
Miami
so-
offensive unit now. They get
Ah.
set to take over. And with time quickly fading
This
here in the
season
second
will
quarter,
start
not sure
catching.
how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down
Nope,
to
they're
1
gonna run
remaining
it.
here as we head toward halftime. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Blitz, come on. Ooh.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the
Why would they
32.
take a timeout if they just
Now
wanted...
whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here
If
by
they
the
just wanted
offense.
2 o'clock, like...
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Why won't they just... No. Why would they want to take a timeout?
Tannehill now. They give to Ajayi.
Oh.
He'll be brought down shot.
I'm taking a
And now the
timeout, it's
Seahawks
for...
are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here.
If they
as we
go
head
for it,
toward
I'm gonna
halftime.
be angry.
All right, so the
Wasting a
timeout over and
timeout,
all
even though
11
it's
men
12
back
seconds
out
left.
onto the field for the defense. Here's Matt Darr
12
now,
seconds, I need to
as
get out
he's
of
on
bounds
the punt
and
for
bomb it.
Miami.
Oh. I can't get it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Hail Mary, come on. Hail Mary.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked on. And actually, Larry,
3 times.
We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They caught it right at the line of
I think
scrimmage.
this is pretty good. They just need to stop around the short pass.
Great tackling, because that's what you're
3
taught.
sack.
Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Yards that may not go into the score sheet, count big for
that
moving
short
the
pass
ball,
they
stretching
can't
the
block.
field. Really nice open field tackle. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Tannehill, and over the middle, this is Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Guy cut back on us.
Devontae Parker, 55 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
That's gonna be fun.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And
The guy blocked me.
Up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it.
It's not deep in the end zone.
He
I
went
can
all the way into the end zone. On the return, the old-reliable Devin Hester, the veteran. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
I'm not trying to lob it at all. Like, I'm doing bullet passes.
To start a half.
Just lobbing it. I don't know
These are the
why.
sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And left side here, it's Graham.
There, like that. That's a bullet
pass.
pass.
Gets into enemy territory. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. But he can't hang on.
Stop dropping it.
His third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Wilson. And able to find Graham complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And it's incomplete.
How many times is they going to drop it? It's so terrible. so
second and
bad.
10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press
No, I'm
coverage
just gonna
look
throw deep.
defensively.
There's no point anymore in this.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred loose.
He dropped it.
Incomplete.
He dropped it.
Crucial in any route thrown, but when you
I'm
throw
just
it
gonna
out,
trade for
so
like
many things
different
are going through the mind of the
receivers. So
receiver.
terrible.
Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And Graham's got it over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target,
Come
but
on.
I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. Now the rookie boy.
Flag, flag, flag. Come on. Be against the defense. Be against the defense. Yes.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Blitz. Nope, blitz, 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 blitz.
This is Coleman on the carry. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense run, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
One
So many
turnover.
teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation.
No, wait, I did get turnover.
Devontae
I got one
Parker
pick.
was the intended receiver. And that'll
That
bring up
doesn't mean
2nd
intercepted by
down.
me.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, able to find Carew. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Or interception,
I know
or
many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Run. It's gonna happen. Run. Get off that.
Here's a giant.
Oh, knew it. Put it on the get off.
At the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chain.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the 1st down.
They run again with a
All it takes is just like
and
keep going and blockers instead of trying to get the guy.
Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. The 4th quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football.
One man.
Keep the clock
Not
grinding.
one
keep it
man.
going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They run with a giant.
Thank
Trying
you.
to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And
Very
no
nice.
more. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Yes.
That is incomplete.
That's so
Looking
huge.
that time for Leonte Carew. And 4th down coming up. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time
Oh,
today.
that's a long time. It goes all the way back down. That's a 20.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
It's like the 15.
Returnable for Lockett.
What was that block?
53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get
finally caught something.
Get back to what you were doing well before.
Thank
We're
you.
going to say they need to have no memory back. Remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Wilson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Wilson on second down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now it's Wilson, and incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. On second down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete.
Touchdown.
Score. Touchdown.
Go.
Doug Baldwin. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we get going.
No.
We're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll get 19 yards there. And that's good for a Miami first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people.
Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up in an offset eye. This is Ajayi. And some good tackling. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Get off that blocker.
Now it's Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Please don't make it.
And this is off
Yes!
target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with time running out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Whew.
So many practices we've watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here comes Grant on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Oh, dang it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Okay. Come on.
So that's the word from the referee.
Forget an
Neutral
interception
zone
next
infraction,
game.
5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, it was almost
And we're down to
intercepted.
8 seconds now. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that
Oh,
someone is
such a
certainly not
huge
going to sit back and
comeback.
just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, tried to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yes.